Welcome to the first, and quite possibly the last, debate battle video. Basically, our friend Ruby is going to give me and Zach a series of questions in which we will argue our points over. Evan will then decide on who won the segment and give us a point. As a side note, I'm really bad at League of Legends, so every time I do something stupid, I'll put up this Iron 4 logo somewhere on the screen. Anyways, on to the video. Enjoy.
Alright, so it is time for the first debate topic. Are you two prepared?
Yeah,
Of course.
hit us with the question, my boy.
Alright, I'm gonna hit you with the Quan. Alright. Number one, what's the best ramen flavor?
Chicken.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I was gonna say chicken too.
Damn it. Okay, well.
Problem solved. Draw.
Alright.
Draw! First
Draw.
round is a draw.
Draw. Okay. Number two, manga versus anime.
Manga.
Honestly, anime. I don't really read manga. I prefer anime just because the action.
Alright. So,
More fun.
I think the action is cool and all, and I might be a hypocrite because I don't read like a super amount of manga. Like I probably watch more anime than I do read of manga. But also, it just seems like they cut out so much stuff when I'm actually watching shows.
So do you like the manga more?
Yes, or at least for most shows, yeah. You got
cool,
any?
you guys agree on something.
You got any
Okay,
more
well,
points?
I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong, okay? First of all, anime just has, not only does it have more action, but it's just better in general because you just think about, would I rather be reading something or watching something? And the first thing that comes to mind is not reading, because fuck reading. And yeah, that's about it. I hate reading.
your entire argument is I cannot read.
Yeah, English class, man, it's something else.
Dude, well, I don't think anyone likes English class. Or maybe there's
Yeah.
some weird people out there. But yeah. But also, okay, you gotta get over the fear of reading to be able to enjoy some stuff, right?
Doujinshi, good. Manga, not.
You have to read doujinshi, so what's the difference?
See, if I have the choice between reading and not reading, I'll choose not reading any day.
You'll just choose not reading just any time.
Also, have you ever seen Dragon Ball fights in the manga versus in the anime?
Well,
Have you ever seen
alright. If you're
JoJo
talking
fights
about
in the
Super,
manga versus the anime,
I'm pretty sure
What?
the Dragon Ball Super stuff kind of looks like garbage. And I think you're wrong if you're talking about Dragon Ball Super. If you're talking about Z, or there, you might have an argument
Okay.
brewing.
Okay, what about like the fact that everyone was like,
Oh,
what's his name doesn't make sense. What's that guy's name? It was like King Crimson, right? They said King Crimson doesn't make sense. But he does make sense, and it just didn't look like it because the manga had it fucked up.
you are correct on that part. But
Oh, he admitted it. I win.
okay, well that's a one scenario with King Crimson, all right. And
But
like with
those
other
could've-
stuff, yeah, fight scenes look better, but the content overall has to be a lot shorter, and I think that's just not worth it in the long run. I think that some things do look a lot better animated, but then it gets to stuff like Black Clover where it turns into fucking monkey. Just like anytime there's not a
here's the
fight
thing.
scene.
Fight scenes are better in anime. And fight scenes are the part that people watch the shows for, in the most part. It depends what type of show you're talking about. To be
Oh,
honest.
I just inted. Alright, anyways. You gotta score, Evan?
Do
Do you need
can't really-
more?
I think we need a little bit more. I need a
You
more
need-
definitive winner.
All right, give us a specific topic to talk about on this topic then.
On manga versus anime.
Yeah, give us a specific topic.
Okay, well, honestly, all you've been talking about is action anime, Zach. What about literally anything other than action-based anime?
Okay, that's a good question as well. I feel like emotion is displayed a lot better through like actual movements and stuff, like how it is in an anime, than it is in just looking at the pictures and text and stuff.
I feel like the pictures do a good job displaying it. There's a reason that literature has been like an ongoing art form throughout the ages, my friend. And it's because that it doesn't have to be.
But there's
like,
also a reason why television is much larger than reading is nowadays. And the reason is because it's more interesting when you're watching stuff move versus reading it move.
Well, yeah, but also the movements doesn't need to be all of it. You can still see facial expression and facial expression and emotion when it's not in a video. Like, I feel like they did a pretty good job writing a lot of the stories for like a lot of like romance stuff that I've read.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I feel like okay, that's like I feel like they're just about equal. When you look at romance anime and stuff, they're pretty much just equal in terms of romance manga and anime. It just depends because a lot of the time anime gets adapted from a manga, so obviously not everything's going to be the same, and I think that's the main downside. But if you look past, not even look past, but like just look at it as its own thing, a lot of the times they're just as good or if not better.
Okay, so that's another thing I want to bring up in argument. What about things that differ from the manga that they put in the anime? Like they try to make it more exciting, but it differs completely from what was in the manga.
Okay, well, so far with Attack on Titan, it's so much better. It's just like I don't even know what the hell they were thinking when they were doing the manga. It was just like,
all right,
what is that?
but
like,
also
I think the number one most infamous case of like the difference in adaptation
Full Metal
is the original
Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
yeah. Because Full Metal Alchemist
Full Metal
1,
Alchemist.
it just does not hit as hard as Brotherhood. You gotta say.
Most agree Brotherhood's definitely better.
There's a reason it overtook Cowboy Bebop, which is amazing, for the #1 spot.
Fuck
Oh,
him
I
up,
missed.
Dylan. Kill
No!
it. No! How are you so bad?
Ooh.
Yeah, you should dip.
It's hard to decide this stuff because I also have my own personal opinions to think about.
I
No,
hate
I'm
Swain.
sorry.
I
But-
hate Swain.
I messed that
Overall,
up so bad.
Overall, I think I have a winner. Moving on. All right.
Okay. Next question.
All
Oh,
right.
this looks so strange.
Is Avatar: The Last Airbender anime or not?
No.
No.
Okay, good. I'm glad you both said no, or else I was going to join in and tell you were wrong.
Hey,
the
there's a
the
very good
moderator
reason
shows up
for
and
it,
tells us that we're wrong and bad and stupid.
Yeah, I was going to. If either of you said it's an anime, I was going to castrate
it
you.
looks like one.
Yeah, but it was
But-
made by
If it's
a
not
Western
made in
company.
Japan, it's not an anime, and that's just facts. That's how
Exactly.
it is.
All right, hardest Dark Souls 3 boss.
Oh god. Well, I know automatically I lose this one. Hold up. Actually, let me think.
Let's actually, yeah. What do I think about this now?
I have no clue.
Well, you gotta give an answer about something because otherwise.
Okay.
there's no
Well, I'm
debate.
gonna give an answer. Just
Like, just don't say Deacons of the Deep, or I'm like going to murder you.
okay. Well, of course not Deacons of the Deep. They're like
you
the
did
easiest
the
boss.
Deacons of the Deep before, though.
Yeah, the first time because I didn't realize what their whole thing was. I didn't realize you had to kill the red one. But
Okay, yeah.
That's That's a hard one.
You
I
didn't
can't even
realize you had
think
to
of
kill
a
the
lot of
red one.
bosses right now.
Honestly, I think the hardest boss in the game, well, the first time around it would have to be the Nameless
the
King.
dancer. The dancer.
Oh, actually, yeah, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna contest you on this one. Fuck the dancer, dude.
Okay, damn.
The dancer's so much harder than all the other bosses.
Can I give my own opinion on this?
I've never beat
Go
the
ahead.
dancer by myself. I've literally never beat the dancer.
Go ahead, but if we win, we both get a point here.
Oh shit! Alright, okay.
I don't think we're gonna win against his opinion. He decides. He's the one that decides the winner.
I'm not going to rig myself. I'm not a contestant. And plus, both you getting a point doesn't matter because that just means it's a draw, but you get benefits.
Fair enough. All right, what do you have to give? Give us your second sentence.
Oh my god.
So I've played a lot of
so
Dark Souls 3, as you know. I have over 300 hours into the game. So I've fought my fair share of dancers, and I'm going to tell you right now, some of them are aggressive as fuck and make me want to shoot myself, and the other half are like, and they Beyblade in the corner and like die. And I don't know why there's such a strong difference, but sometimes the dancer is easy as fuck, and sometimes the dancer makes me want to commit sewer slide.
I see.
I can agree with that.
In your opinion, who's the hardest boss?
In my opinion, the hardest boss is Slave Nightingale from the DLC.
I've never fought him, so.
Yeah, I can't go with that. I haven't finished the DLC yet.
Okay.
I've watched people fight him before, and he looks awful, but I've never played against him myself, so.
Then I'll try to choose a boss that you guys have fought before then, because if not that, then it's probably... Because the dancer is definitely up there, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the Nameless King over the dancer. I've just had overall a lot more trouble with him.
Really? So,
because I fought the dancer so many times, and I've gotten to that part of the game so many times that I can fight the dancer, like, much more efficiently since I've fought the dancer more times. But the Nameless King, I haven't done that too much, and I had to put on like full lightning resistance armor to live, because otherwise I just get my cheeks slapped inward.
I feel like the main appeal of why the Nameless King would be considered difficult would be that for the Nameless King, a big reason he can be considered difficult is just because his timing is weird. Like, the Nameless King, his timing is just off.
Yeah, and then with the dancer, you can tell all the timings of the dancer. Like, you could tell when they're gonna do the funny poke move, and you could tell when they're gonna do all that shit.
Well, yeah, or you're able to tell when all that stuff is happening. But that's beyond the point, because you can still tell with the Nameless King. It's just that he telegraphs a lot earlier than when his actual attacks hit. So you just need to reorder your timing a bit, and after you get that down, it's pretty easy. I beat the entire game in my underwear with the first katana you get from the Swordmaster, and like honestly, I didn't think the Thunder Armor helped me too much because like even when I wasn't wearing like anything except for the stuff that gets rid of the damage absorption, the Nameless King was still pretty much the same. It's just you have to dodge him, but also every Dark Souls guide ever is just like get good.
Fair enough.
Yeah, honestly, you just have to be good at the game or else you lose.
Yeah, honestly, like, it's because also, based on personal experiences, I don't have as much trouble with the dancer because I've had a lot more opportunities to fight them. Because whenever someone's like, I can't kill the dancer, I'm like, I'll help kill the dancer. And so, I've just fought the dancer many, many more times.
I hate Swain.
Yikes.
But, like, with the dancer, as soon as they move, you just need to roll, and then you pretty much dodge anything the dancer throws at you. You don't need to, like, wait any certain time. They, like, start moving, and you're just like, well, now I roll, and then you'll just end up dodging either a spin, or a poke, or a jump. The only hard thing is just to remember that they do the spin after the jump in the second phase, and that's, like, the only problem I ever have with the dancer.
Fair enough.
So you have a personal bias here.
Yeah, exact. Well, I mean, that's the whole point.
Well,
of this
that's
debate,
this.
right?
Yeah, this is the whole. That's the whole. the whole plan here.
We have a personal bias in a debate. This is not good.
No way. This is not good. Both sides aren't unbiased. That would just make it so that there's no opinions. Okay. Honestly, I do have... You guys have less experience on the dancer than I do, so you guys are going to have a harder time of it. And I have less experience with the name of the king, so... Actually, no, that's a lie. I have about... You know... Whatever, you guys can win this one. I don't really...
Okay, we win. Victory. Points for all.
Victory.
Except Evan. You're
Except for me.
Oh.
I'm not even competing. I just wanted to lengthen the video time.
Longer video equals more content.
That is correct.
More content!
Alright, number 5, most annoying Dead by Daylight killer?
Oh, easily the plague.
Most annoying Dead by Daylight killer.
And I have a follow-up topic to this one as well.
Okay, well I know which one.
Ah!
Well, you already said it, so.
Yeah,
You do.
I mean,
Dude.
it's quite an obvious answer, honestly.
Yeah, give me a moment to think on that one. Let's see, who is there? There's a lot of killers that I don't like to go up against. Dude.
I can't really have an opinion on this one either because I haven't played too much DBD, so this one should be pretty good if you two disagree.
The plague, man. It's just...
I think it's between the Trapper and the Executioner.
Executioner is really not that bad. You just dodge his auto attacks and then
Actually,
you
yeah,
win.
no, not the Executioner. Probably like the Hag, actually. I don't like the Trapper or the Hag.
I can see the Hag being annoying. But, yeah. Plague. Plague, okay. She throws up on you and you just lose. Like, you're only allowed 1 health stage per game. It's less welcoming to people with lower skill levels, I'd say. If you're good at the game, I think the Plague's a lot easier to deal with.
Well, like, okay, the whole point with the Plague is that if you use what's it called? If you just don't cleanse and don't get hit, you're fine. You're chilling.
Yeah, but you're going to get hit because it's the Plague.
Yeah, I guess that's correct. But like, honestly, it doesn't matter if you get hit. If nobody cleanses, she can't activate half her power, which is the Vile Purges. And it's
Exactly.
like, yeah, everyone has no Mither, and like, but whatever, nobody cares at that point. Just live,
Well, here's
just
the
live
thing.
with it.
Then again, it's... If you say that, then it's basically the same as saying the Hag's not that good unless she has her add-ons, which she's only good if she has.
No,
like,
okay.
add-ons.
The reason I dislike the Hag is because no matter what you are doing, if her traps pop up, you have to look at them, which really messes up the direction that you're running in, at least on PC. And that's just awful. Like, anytime you're trying to do something, if you run into a Hag trap, along with telling you where she is, or like where you are. Ooh, give me a second. Anyways, so no matter if you know where she knows where you are. I'm getting tripped up on my words here. But basically the hard part of that is that with the Plague, not only does it do that, but the Plague, or not the Plague, fuck, the Hag. God damn it, dude.
The Plague is good. Yes, see, I knew it. The Plague is, she's way worse to deal with. And I have a good reason too.
What?
Me waiting for
How'd I
Zach's
get hit by
good
that?
reason.
Hey,
Okay,
I'm
but-
just busy killing people right now.
Yeah, same here. But the whole point with the Hag is that the Hag, when she's just able to just have you look directly at her and change her entire vision pattern. Like, that's insane. Because it messes up how you run, which just gives her a free, easy hit or a kill off of you.
Okay, well here's the thing. Her traps, you can literally just see them on the floor.
Well, yeah, you can
get rid
see
of
them on
with
the
a
floor.
flashlight.
But if you're
You
in
can
the
just-
middle of a
and
chase, you don't have
but
time to do
bait
that.
out her traps. You can bait out her traps next to a pallet or something. It's not. She's not too hard to deal with. You just kind of do what you do. You just run around, activate all her traps, because she has a limited number. She can't just put them up infinitely.
Okay,
She can
that
only
is,
have a certain amount up at a time. She's not too bad, honestly.
okay, but also,
But the plague,
even though you can
you get
dismantle her
thrown up on,
traps,
you got no mither infinitely. It's not fun.
killers get
Hey,
good when killers are able to, if they have something to help them in the chase. If they don't have anything that helps them in the chase, what's the point?
Well, here's the thing. The help in the chase for the plague is the fact that you only need one hit on you, and then you're dead.
Okay, but if you're good
Or,
enough, one hit
If
is
you
enough.
decide to cleanse, she can literally projectile vomit onto you.
Okay, but
And,
if you're good enough, then you won't
projectiles,
need
I think,
to.
are
You won't
pretty
need to
dang good,
cleanse.
if you ask me.
And,
She's
and with
not only a projectile killer, but she gives you no mither infinitely. She's definitely far worse.
all right,
Projectile vomit, baby. Projectile vomit.
verdict, Evan.
Something else. My
You have a
fame
verdict?
is so bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got a verdict. Okay, final question. What is the best Pokemon game?
It's probably Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire.
or as for sure, or as.
Well, you're both wrong! It's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explores the Sky!
With the moderator jumping in, we decided to take the battle up to a higher court. This one will be for all the marbles.
Alright, so we've come here today because you brought this final debate topic from the district court up to a court of appeals. And I am led to believe that this topic is what again?
Minions have spawned.
So
Pokemon
Omega Ruby
topic is-
Sapphire versus Pokemon Mystery
or my-
Dungeon Explorers of
okay,
Sky.
here, let me read it then. Fine, you're all gonna make me get my papers out.
Which Pokemon
yeah,
game
I
is
got
that?
it, I got it. You're telling me that Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is superior to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Which title was it again?
Explorers of Sky.
Explorers of Sky, and then you are here to refute that by saying Explorers of Sky is better than
Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire.
Omega Ruby and Alpha
Yes,
Sapphire. Okay,
Omega
yeah.
Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are 10 times better than any knockoff shit.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
Well, that's
made
your
present
first
case.
mistake. You're calling it knockoff. It's a spin-off by the same company.
Knockoff, spin-off, same thing.
Knockoff,
Alright,
spin-off, same
So,
shit,
I just-
different day.
I just want to start this off with a question. What do you guys like about the main games?
Okay,
What makes them better than the? What makes Oraz better than the rest of the main games? That's what I should.
Oh, easy. There's so much more content, Mega Evolution. There's just so much more cool stuff to do, to see, to watch. Like,
Okay.
all those cutscenes. There's the Pokemon. They have a lot of Pokemon in it, but they didn't, like, do that stupid thing where they were just like, oh, let's put all the Pokemon in it, because then it takes away the regional stuff. But, man, it is some good stuff. That's the best game by far.
Okay. What about you, Dylan? Is it the same reason for you?
yeah. Same reason here. The content in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is so much more abundant than it would be in any other Pokemon game, except for maybe Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Like, for instance, like with Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire and Heart Gold, Soul Silver, if you will, there's so much to do and so much to go around and see And like, even though the gameplay in the newer ones is kind of iffy, the gameplay in the older games is still really good. And yes, the difficulty gets outclassed, but that I'm assuming that's just what every Pokemon game is, because that's just how Pokemon is.
So
It's a child's game in the end.
so basically, content and difficulty.
Yes, content.
Yeah.
Or content, and then
difficulty.
also the characters are mostly they got stale for a point in time, but the characters in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are they're pretty good. And even though the motivations aren't as good as like some of the game villains, like where Team Rocket's just kind of villains because they are, and they've been around since like Johto as well. But in the Hoenn region,
Right.
they still have a plan at least. Like, I'm not like what are the villains thinking about in Explorers of Sky and stuff like that?
I just
I'm not okay.
I did put Flash on F, so I
require plot. The entire plot, which is actually pretty damn good. I feel like it has more plot than average Pokemon game where it's like we the team.
Yeah, we're not talking about the average though. We're talking about Omega Ruby Alpha
okay.
Sapphire.
So I'm
Okay,
so-
Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is still. We gotta stop the evil team because they're
Okay.
doing the thing.
all right. Okay, I'm going to start providing input now. So you say that you like the content and difficulty of Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and then like Oraz, right?
Yes, or the
Yes.
difficulty is not the biggest
Not
part in
necessarily
Oraz.
difficulty.
Okay,
just
not
the
necessarily,
con-
but content, like the amount of like because there's so much to do in the game. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's not repetitive at all. It's just you just get to have fun and play a game.
Okay. So now this is where I'm going to provide my opinion. So I'm going to briefly describe what Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is for those of you who don't know what it is. It's you play with you and a partner, and you could have a team of up to 4 Pokemon. And you enter these dungeons, but the layout changes every single time you go into them, so it's a different experience each time you go in. And your job is to basically do missions in the dungeons until you can progress the story later on. And see, the thing is, after the main story is over, there's another main story after the credits, where you basically play a completely different game in the post game. It's just a completely different story altogether. It's like 2 games in one game, so you could play it for like hundreds of hours.
Oh, no, you don't know about the Rayquaza arc then.
No,
Yeah,
I know
that's
exactly
what
about
I
the
was
Rayquaza
about to
arc.
bring
That's
up.
I'm not talking about like, oh, it's just like one extra thing. No, there's like more content in the after game than there is in the main story.
Well, then you should hear about Heart Gold and
That sounds
Soul
like
Silver, where they have an entire
lackluster
different
main
region.
story.
Hey,
Yes,
hey, hold on there, buddy. We're talking about fucking auras here, buddy.
Yeah,
boy.
yeah,
Ah,
You're talking
I
about
said
hard
including
gold.
this, though.
No, no.
Damn it!
Your argument was Oraz at the very beginning. You declared Oraz. I'm declaring Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky.
Yeah,
so
and
we are
even-
going to
even-
argue
even
those.
that-
Okay,
early-
then I am
you
fine.
exact
Then
said
I am
earlier
fine
about-
arguing for Oraz. The Delta, okay, even though the Delta episode of Oraz isn't as great as, for say, Heart Gold and Soul Silver's entire region, it still has a lot of stuff to do, including it has a bunch of legendaries to go collect. Because there are a bunch of different legendaries to collect, like, what, each day or something like that? And there's how many different ways to collect them?
But if you could just collect all the legendaries like super quickly, then that defeats the whole like the idea that legendaries are
It's
valuable
not even
because you
quickly,
just get
'cause
all of them.
You have to do something different for all of them.
Like, no,
That is
most of
correct,
them
but
are-
there's
most
a
of them
different
are
way to
just
get all of them.
Wandering. I've played it myself. They're just wandering legendaries. That's not a new thing.
Or no,
you just go to
wandering
both
legendaries would be in Heart Gold Soul Silver. For this, you have to go through portals, which are reached by different events through the days and stuff like that.
No, they aren't. You just have to go to bumfuck Mystery Island every day, and whoa, there might be another black and white fucking mystery legendary. Whoa! It's like totally
Yeah,
crazy.
but you know,
fun.
it's still pretty Chad.
And I'm
it
not saying
is
it's bad,
pretty
but, like,
Chad.
You're making it sound like a lot more fucking than it actually is, Goblins.
Well, it's not that it's more than it is what it is, but like, It's good. That's what it is.
Alright. So Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, it's hard to like focus on the argument when I'm trying to play League, so. Yeah. Alright. So, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon has an amazing story, which you can't really say for most of the main series. I'm gonna tell you that right fucking now. Like, I think the only games that can really do that is the Delta episode of Oraz, and then the Black and White games, because those are the best story-wise. And if I'm saying that only the after game of a game has good story, then it doesn't really have good story.
But it's not just the after game that has good story.
After game.
No, like we're talking about compared to like a game with a really solid story that is Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah, that isn't just evil team does blank. Oh wow.
You still haven't told me what the actual story is. I'm just
because we have to explain the entire plot to you, but don't even deem yourself to fucking play it. We and Evan can actually like try to see your side of the argument, considering that we've played the fucking game, but you goblins are just like, I've never played it before, so your opinion is invalid.
Fuck.
Thanks for the input, Zach.
One big style.
No.
Ace.
Yeah. But, okay, we're not saying that your argument is invalid. We're just saying that the main series games have been they've been holding up for over a long amount of time. And even though the newer games are shit, the whole reason with them being, like, good still today is because they've made a following from those decent games.
They've made a following from the decent games, and so now they only care about money. So you're gonna get low quality games from now on because they don't care about what the community thinks. They know they're gonna buy it anyways. So
well, yes,
I'm going to.
But there was still a time where the games were good.
We're talking about the good ass games.
So what's the story for? Like every Pokemon game. What is the story?
Well, okay.
Become the champ.
But
the main draw of a Pokemon game is that the story is simple. You get a pet, you go out into the world, become champion, fight bad guy.
I know, but what do you think
it's simple, fun, and it works.
It's simple, but what's the target audience is for children, but the main audience who actually plays the fucking game is like 18 to 25, so do you think they're gonna like
that's
a simple story,
games. I played this game when I was like,
what? Are they going to want a simple story, or are they going to want an immersive story that actually makes them feel emotion? Which do you think?
Okay,
obviously a simple story.
A game.
Are you saying that because of your argument, or that's what you actually believe?
No. I think a simple story is better for a Pokemon game.
For a Pokemon game.
I agree. Like, obviously, I want, like, the motivations of the characters doing stuff to be, like, not bad. But, like, for the stuff, like, what they are doing and when they are doing it and why they are doing it, it's pretty simple. It's just, they do this because evil, and then so forth. Like, there doesn't need to be a super amount of topic for a Pokemon game. The formula is very simple. Evil team do evil thing. Small child get pet. Want to become not small child. So he runs off and fights the biggest people he can find in the world, which happens to be the gym leaders, and just takes over an entire pet fighting ring.
Yeah, I mean, he does his fucking illegal pet fighting and he wins.
So I'm going to tell you now about Mystery Dungeon because you guys have mainly been providing your points about your games. So the story of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is it's an isekai. It's a Pokemon isekai, which I'm going to admit isn't the most original idea, but the story and the emotion that they put into it after the base premise is what makes it appealing.
Like?
Okay, so basically you meet up with your future partner, and they're sad because this fucking evil team took their cool relic, and they're like, no, I want my relic back. So you go out with them and you find the relic and you beat up some absolute assholes while you're doing it, and then that gives them, it gives them the inspiration to like join the fucking guild or whatever. And so the guild is where all these other teams that form together like this end up going. And so the whole premise of the game is for you to try to find a way to turn back into a human, and your partner is trying to boost their own confidence to be able to go into the world on their own. So it still has that sort of like coming of age thing, but just with your partner instead of the main character. That's silent.
Not to mention, your partner is actually likable, unlike a lot of fucking Pokemon games with partners.
Yeah,
No,
your partner
that's a
actually
good
has a
point.
personality.
Because in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire,
Your partner has
your partner is good. Wally is
your
Wally.
partner has a personality.
Alright, but I think we're overlooking a
so does
big
Team
point.
Rain.
Wally and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire is not your partner. Your partners are your Pokemon friends.
But I'm
No.
but
Okay,
also- no. Hold on. I just want. Okay, I just want to say. So Pokemon. Okay, how do I say this? So in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, your partner is not the only one with a personality. So is the main character. Can you say that about like any Pokemon game ever in the main series?
Well,
That they
because
actually
that's
have
not
a
the-
personality or they speak a line?
Well, no, because the entire
Because any
appeal.
Pokemon protagonist
Pokemon was
speaks a line
created
ever.
with the intent of you inserting your place into the character. Now, with the character of, like, you know, the main characters of Pokemon, the big thing with that is that the main characters in a Pokemon game are silent. Think about it. Link from Legend of Zelda, silent. Mario, silent. They have only recently been getting, like, emotions and stuff, and it's just like, oh yeah, victory.
But
And Link
did you-
started getting
but
emotions
didn't you
in Breath
ever
of the Wild.
insert yourself to be like, oh yes, I am Link, or yes, I am Mario? No, you're gonna imagine them as Mario and Link, because that's how you see them.
Okay, I can see you making that case as Mario, but when I'm playing The Legend of Zelda, I am Link. I am the hero that
Yeah,
wields
you're
the
Link.
sword, my
You're Link.
boy.
Okay, so I'm going to. I can't fucking focus because this stupid
Also,
fucking
real
game.
quick, I thought we were like, okay, no Brandon, you go like no stuff like Brandon, you go Lux mid lane. You're a Goblin.
Hey, I'm the support, man.
No, you died. You are a Goblin.
I mean, Don's playing Nasus, so not much better.
Yeah, and I'm fucking playing Mundo. It would balance out because normally fucking you don't play support lane Kale. You're both goblins. Okay, no, Dylan's not a goblin. You're a goblin, Zach.
How?
Zach
That's
is the
the
god.
Alright.
goblin. That's the
Well,
fucking
that's
goblin.
Zach is the
that's
goblin.
first turret, so that's the game.
Anyways, I think we have a winner. The winner, in my opinion, is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky in favor of Evan and John. Case closed.
With me and Zach defeated, Evan claims victory. We place this crown upon his head, and I guess John can have a tiny Mundo for helping. Anyways, this video took forever to edit, so if you made it this far, thank you. I hope you maybe enjoyed it, and anyways, thank you for watching, and have a good night, guys.